Omit what I said.
I would like my previous statement stricken from the
record. You stenographers.
Smooth.
You're not going with Canadian for a Kalistar, then? Like
no, I am definitely not
did?
going Canadian Kalistar. A. Let's go Brewski. What you thinking, Bud? Maybe I could do Canadian.
If I'd have had a different concept,
great Canadian bounty hunters,
or maybe if it wasn't the bounty hunter theme, I felt like Canadian might be kind of soft. But I would have gone with the Canadian voice. Not entirely.
No, they're.
I mean, you figure there's probably a bunch of outdoorsmen and hockey players and stuff.
So yeah, they wear blades on their feet, and that's pretty badass. And they got sticks in their sticks in the shape of scythes, but that doesn't make them badass. Mounties, on the other hand, make you badass. You see the pants?
Have you played hockey?
Yeah, I played hockey.
Don't mistaken politeness for softness.
Yeah.
I actually.
Rid, you're playing. Who?
John, I'm sorry, Rid. Are you John with an H or John with an N? Just Jon.
4 H's, actually.
John.
Jon.
John.
It's like Brad.
It's like Con, but with a John.
John.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Jon.
All right, sorry, Rid. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, so let's just officially say welcome to Aetherflux Hunters, session 0.5. It's Aetherflux in space with bounty hunters. So what I thought I would like to do tonight is give you guys a chance to RP a little bit, get to know each other. But I did have a little bit of scene building I wanted to do, a little bit of world building. Thanks for everybody being here and joining in. Hopefully we're going to have a fun little campaign here, see where it takes us, and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Violet light of an eternal sunset casts eerie shadows that vibrate and shift the rain-soaked pavement of the city streets. Ozone fills your nostrils. The air is cold, but humidity seeps in from the sunny side of Everlight, golden corona peeking between buildings at the meridian of the tidally locked planet. The violet swirls like oil on the towering glass faces of the buildings around you. You've left the forever sunshine of Everlight behind you, your quest taking you to the dark side of the planet. They call this the City of Sleep, the temporary respite from light afforded to the wealthy of the planet. They retreat here in their floating runners to enjoy deep sleep of true darkness, with no light bleeding through jalousies or peeking around blinds. Deep sleep in their magically quieted apartments blesses them. But not all here are at rest. You check the piece of parchment in your hands. Paper gained favor years ago, but the organization you're looking for is steeped in tradition. Each of you, some alone, some in pairs, are unknowingly bonded in search of the same destination. The long shadows and gloom provide you some measure of cover, a blessing from whichever gods you claim, for you are more out of place here than anywhere else you've been. That's saying something for a lot of you. Wherever you came from, you never fit in, not quite. The glow of Everlight was your beacon, drawing you from your homes and your home worlds to the bustling and bright city, but something else called you to the City of Sleep. It's a calling that even adventurers could fully grasp. In each of you is a thirst for the hunt, and your prey is the most dangerous, the sentient races of the galaxy, who landed on the wrong side of the law or on the wrong side of the Hunters Guild. A pile of rubbish on the cement sidewalk almost hides the steps leading down to a basement door. You check your parchment again. Could this be right? Such an ignoble entrance for such a prestigious, or is it infamous guild? Then again, your route here has been its own hunting test of sorts, testing your surveillance and tracking skills, as you identified a bail bondsman whose trail led you to the back alley hideouts and finally contact with a real bounty hunter. Her directions were vague and you had to piece together even more on your own. Had you miscalculated? Is this the right place? Your gut tells you yes, and you descend the cracked and chipped stone steps to an iron gate barring a reinforced wooden door. You raise your hand to knock, but before you do so, the gate sinks into the threshold. The door swings open. A half-orc, looking more like a three-quarter orc, regards you silently, with black eyes tucked under a thick brow. Scar tissue around his eyes and a crooked nose suggests that he once fought for prize money in the ring. The scarred forearms crossed over his barrel chest suggest he had a change of careers. He wears a leather vest open to the waist, wrapped by a grimy silk sash and a thick leather belt. A bare scimitar hangs in a frog off the belt, and his loose trousers, leather wristbands, and gold hoop earrings suggest that three-quarters would be more at home guarding a harem in a desert oasis or treading the deck of a pirate ship. He snatches the parchment from your hands and hands it back to a woman in black leather armor you hadn't seen at first in the gloom. "Aye, they're legit. Let them in," she says. Three-quarters moves and makes an ushering in gesture with his meaty arm. The woman in leathers wordlessly saunters ahead of you, beckoning you to follow. She pushes it open with some effort. I'm sorry, I skipped a line. She leads you down a hallway of obsidian and ebony, stopping at a heavy walnut double door. She pushes it open with some effort and reveals a room marginally brighter than the hallway. Worn leather couches and low coffee tables, some supporting beer steins, some dark liquors, welcome you to rest your weary bones after your circuitous journey to this final hideout. In with you. Wait with the rest of the hopefuls, the woman says, her voice velvety but cold. She smells of leather, oil, and jasmine. Good hunting, she says, closing the door behind you and leaving you to find a seat amongst the strangers. So you are the strangers. You are each other's strangers right now. So it's sort of weird because like you're all sort of entering, but also seeing each other in the room at the same time. So you can just sort of describe who's sitting with whom already, or what you look like. Let's start with Josh.
So I walk in extremely arrogant and cocky because I know I'm the best looking bro in this fucking room, right? And I know that I sound like I am liquid gold from my throat. So I'm just going to go and kind of pretentiously look around. This seat looks dirty. Arnulf, where is it you want to sit? Please don't sit me near somebody who stinks. I mean, look at that turtle over there. It looks like he hasn't bathed in ages. While I'm looking over at Trombley, by the way.
Maybe they're warforged. They don't sweat.
No, you're right, friend. They don't sweat. Perhaps we should go sit and make interesting conversation with him, yes? Anyway, come with. Because I don't take your permission, I'm just going.
Arnulf, do you want to describe kind of how you look?
So he's about 7 foot tall, really beefy looking lion dude, like a golden brown fur with a dark brown mane. His eyes are like that orange yellow. He's wearing just standard looking clothes, but they're like a nice kind of silk red, very kind of tribal looking.
I'm stuck on your eye color. Is that like similar to the tiger's eye color of gemstone? Tiger's eye?
Yeah, I guess it'd be about that. Yeah.
So you're a lion with tiger eyes?
Well,
sorry.
He's got the eye of the tiger.
He's got the eye of the tiger. So anyway, I'm sorry, Rid. I was just busting your balls.
Any visible weapons on either of you?
Big halberd across the back, and like you know those like the hip mounted things where you sometimes put arrows in.
A belt quiver kind of thing?
Yeah, but instead of arrows, it's javelins.
Well, I guess when you're 7 feet tall, you can walk around with a quiver of javelins. All right.
I've got a gigantic,
Sesh?
amazing axe on my back called my loot. And I have Now, remind me. You said that, like, crossbows can look like guns, but they shoot with a crossbow.
Yeah, they're basically like cylindrical devices rather than having a big old bow that gets in the way.
So I've got a pistol in a Docker's clutch here, right on my side, and then I've got a knife on a belt, and again my axe on my back, which is not an axe; it's a lute.
All right, so they walk over towards one of the Warforged in the room, and that would be Rick.
Rick, you might want to come back to me.
All right, I'll give you a second. So as they wander over, this is all taken in by Abraxas Kilgannon, who's sitting near the Warforged.
Not sitting yet.
Oh.
So I walk in. I'll describe myself first. Unlike most tieflings of red skin, I have a dark blue skin with light blue, long light blue hair. Pulled back in a ponytail. I have the large horns that you can see going back, protruding from here and back towards the back of my head. Can't see my eyes, though. I'm currently wearing a pair of goggles that, as I went to the room, I slowly put onto my forehead, and that's when you notice that my eyes are actually an orange, and they kind of look like they're flickering, almost like they're on fire. I'm wearing what can best be described as a pair of jeans, and I have straps, lots of straps on things, and buckles that look unnecessary, and pouches that are carrying lots of unnecessary things. However, you can see the occasional test tube or potion bottle sticking out here and there. At my hip is the best way I can describe it is like a blunderbuss, but it doesn't look quite like anything that anyone's quite seen before. I also have on a long duster, a long cape that acts like a duster that hangs off my back. As I walk in, I kind of swing the cape over to one shoulder. Take in the room. I lean against the doorway instead of sitting down. I look over at the Warforged, and I just kind of give him a...
Rick, are you ready? You want some more time?
No, I guess it's about as good as it's going to be. It's still... just in general, coming up with backstories and stuff like that for characters and some. I don't often play this, but consider me about a 6 foot machine, kind of standing back, scanning the room as a whole. You see a faint blue light kind of going back and forth, where my eyes would be, just kind of looking intently at the room. And to look at me, I'm kind of worn down somewhat. It's like not like right off the assembly line. I have seen some shit in my life, and it shows. And acknowledging, Abraxas at the the other side of the room, and having seen familiar faces before.
So your guy, his face, does he have the two eyes like a regular Warforged? Is it like a?
It's kind of like a single, visor.
Okay, sort of Cylon-like then.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
But when somebody's looking at you, like they can tell which direction you're looking in, like it sort of lights up a little bit. Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not always constantly moving. It can focus on a single area, so if need be.
All right. So that brings us to not the elephant in the room, but the turtle in the room.
The turtle in the room that the Kalishtar and the Leonin decided not to sit with. It doesn't really pay them any attention. He does smell a little, but it's a clean, salt air smell. You can tell
Salt
this guy
air smell sounds like sulfur.
No, like salt air, like he's been out at sea. He's about 5'2", short, stocky, little barrel chested, like built like a keg. He's got a face sort of comes to a point a bit. It looks a bit like a snapping turtle, if you know what those look like. And his shell also has points and serrations. And there's like moss growing on him. Like he's got his own little like mini terrarium on his shell, essentially.
That's exactly why
like
I said
barnacle and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a very organic. It's totally natural, bro.
We're not all sea turtles.
No. But if Brad only met this guy. Anyway, it's hard to tell how old he is unless you have too much experience with turtles. Even then, it might be difficult. But you can tell, however long he's been alive, he's had some mileage. He's got rope burns all up and down his arms, as well as other like scars and burns and different stuff over his body and on his shell.
Right on.
Which weapons? He's got like a fisherman's spear. Probably looks a bit like a trident. He got a net like with him, like a full-on fisherman's net, as well as like bait and tackle and hooks like hanging off of him. Instead of like a traditional adventurer's bag, he's got like just a bunch of little pouches and doodads and bottles of stuff hanging off of his body in different places.
He doesn't have a Billy Bob cat on with a fish hook on it, does he?
No. But maybe on his next trip into town. And he's got a mace by his side, which looks a little bit sinister because at the head of it there is a skull, humanoid of some kind, like lashed to a big old stick with leather.
Okay. I'm starting to agree with the Kalishtar of not sitting next to you.
Ew.
He's got moss on
Actually,
his
no,
shell,
humanoid wouldn't make sense. It probably looks like a giant snake skull or something. It looks like an animal skull. Sorry, I want to revise that statement.
You still smell, bro.
Okay. Also in this room, sitting by the bar, which you guys didn't quite notice right away. It's a nice walnut bar. Everything in here is kind of worn, but still good materials, good woods and leathers and stuff like that. But there's two other figures in the bar. One is a short male with dark curly hair wearing business attire, and he leans against the walnut bar. He sips a nearly pale drink with lots of ice in it. It probably was whiskey before the ice melted. Sitting next to him is something. A Warforged? If it is, it's like none you've ever seen before. Perhaps some sort of automaton. Both this metal man and the businessman wear YW logos on the right biceps area. And he's just sort of scoping you. He looks you over. He doesn't look very impressed. He continues to sip his watered-down drink. But so it's up to you guys what you would like to do right now. If you'd like to interact with each other, with him, with the weird metal person.
I'd like to poke the Warforge I'm sitting next to. And that'd be you, Rick. I forget, what's your guy's name again?
Retsout.
Okay, and I don't know that yet because I didn't introduce myself. So I'm gonna poke him and be like, "Hi, yes, excuse me, hello, can you see me in there? Hello."
Yes, I can.
So listen, my friend here, his name is Arnulf. I am Sesh. We have this bet going that, well, at least it's an argument or debate, so to speak, that Warforged do not sweat. Is this true?
I'm afraid it is.
You know,
Yes.
I hope you don't take offense to me asking that other machine over there, but and then I walk up and I go to the other Warforge and I poke on him or it. Hello, yes. I kind of looking at the guy too, like who's sitting next to him in the business suit, like,
Hey, pal. Don't touch the merchandise.
hey, don't call me pal. I've got a question for your Warforge. This is in fact a Warforge, correct?
Warforge. Show us what you know. You backworlders. This right here is a top of the line Yalen Mutani automatic stalker version 1.6. We call him AS 1.6 for short.
Yeah, that's super
And,
impressive. Listen, I was wondering if that thing sweats.
What?
Sweats. Perspires, you know.
Are you some sort of creep? No, it doesn't sweat. It's a robot.
Thank you very much. I'll take my leave. And I walk back and I say, damn it, Arnulf, you're right again. It's just one of these days.
I usually am.
One of these days I'm going to prove you wrong.
Good luck with that.
So at this point, I'm not going to talk anymore, but I'm going to pull out the loot and I'm going to play something very mellow and chill. And I'm going to sing about my surroundings. So I'm totally checking it, like this Warforge that's sitting next to me. I'm back next to you, Rick. And
Gotcha.
I'm singing about him and his ever-shifting eye, right? And then I'm looking at what is this exquisite man in blue. It's this blue tiefling. I've never seen this before. His horns are wonderfully curated to be back here. And I'm singing like really nice things and not even consciously knowing what I'm saying because I'm just singing about my surroundings.
Interesting. Why don't you give me a performance check?
Yes. Performance check. First check. 22. I got an 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sucker.
I guess everybody in the room is pretty interested in your little makeshift song here.
That's right. I'm doing my face melting solo too. Like,
Yeah. If there's a table near him, Quiplik starts like pounding out like in time with the songs, like he's getting into it a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little kind of coffee tables you can bang on.
I'm gonna nod. Yes, I dig it. Anyway, next.
Anybody else?
I walk over from the doorway that I was leaning in, and walk over to Rhett on the on the couch, and I just kind of stand behind him. I find myself walking in step to Sesh's music without even realizing it. Just kind of stand, put my hand on Rick's Warforge's shoulder, and say, "So, what do you think, Rhett? Are you in the right place? Is this the right thing to do?"
My finger is kind of tapping on the side of my thigh. I just kind of nod. Turn around and just kind of give a quick nod, indicating we are indeed in the right place.
You with the
face melting solo? Who's got all the women crooning right now? Yeah, me. You got it set.
Loving this. Nice.
Yeah, that's right. I know you would. It's really I don't want to say that, the way you look was my inspiration because I don't dig dudes, right? But I mean, the way that you look is pretty chill, bro. I'm gonna give, I guess, Wait a minute. We're not doing any. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna give him inspiration.
Inspiration.
It was totally about him anyway. So, John, you got inspiration 1d6 to use on any kind of check or ability
No.
score. Let me read it to you so we all know.
Bardic inspiration.
The bardic inspiration.
I thought you meant
Not the
RP
table
inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. Yeah, we
Although I
can do
think-
that too, but no, because I'm singing the song about him, right? Or at least about what I'm seeing. As a bonus action, a creature other than you within 60 feet can, whatever, you got this. For 10 minutes, you can add it, or 1d6 to one ability check, attack roll, saving throw. It can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. What? How the hell does that work? Wait, it can be added after seeing the roll?
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
can roll first, and like as long as you haven't, like, say you've rolled a 10 already. If you decide to add it then after you've rolled, but before you actually know what, like, oh no, like a 10's not good enough.
Oh, okay.
Like if
okay,
you've
okay,
already
okay,
waited
okay.
to hear that, then it's too late to
Yeah.
use the bardic inspiration.
I was missing.
Make sense?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I was thinking like, wait.
It is awkward wording.
What
I
if I
agree.
already knew the outcome of my dice and I was like, yeah, I could use it right now. But no, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like the DM,
Yeah.
I forgot about that element.
And
So, yeah.
basically, I think what it means is you don't have to decide before you roll for something that you're going to use it. You can roll and go, that was so-so, let me boost it.
Right. So you got a
Yeah.
D6, John.
Cool.
All right, so Abraxas, you feel especially uplifted by listening to Sesh. It's a good session. I had to do it. That's for Tucker. So the guy at the bar starts. Oh, you're quite good, Bard. That's good to know because once my automatic stalker here takes all the business away from you flesh bags and revolutionizes the art of bounty hunting, you'll have something to fall back on to make some coin. I don't have to worry about stepping over you in the gutter on the street.
You know,
I'm sorry there, Chief. What'd you call that? Automatic stalker?
Yeah.
automatic stalker, you've got a lot of words for your mouth right now. And as I strum, like, now my tempo's getting a little bit more, I guess, annoyed. Like, this guy thinks that his stupid robot's going to be better than me. So I'm just, you got a lot of words in that mouth.
Oh, do I? And here I thought bards were silver-tongued with biting words. You wouldn't last 5 minutes in a Yedlin-Wutani boardroom, pal.
See, the thing is I don't need biting words when my friend has a jaw that could bite your head off. Isn't that right, Arnulf?
He just snarls, shows his teeth.
And he's not robotic. He's real.
Real. I'll show you what's real someday. Someday you're going to be surprised when you see the automatic stalker running away with the prize you thought you were about to capture.
I would call it the automatic simple stalker, or ASS for short.
All right, that kind of shuts him up.
Could have been a bit of vicious mockery.
Harumph.
And then I'm going to sing about that. I shut him up. He said, harumph. Ha, 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 ha.
Arnulf gives a little smirk and like gives you the little like elbow tap on the shoulder.
Nice. I look at you with like a thank you for, getting my back there, boss.
Just nod.
Arnulf, what do you think of that turtle? He's got moss on his shell. He looks quite dirty. Gross.
I can hear you, fancy man.
Excuse me, you speak?
You pal around with somebody from Beast Space. You're telling me you've never met a turtle before.
Not one. No. Maybe I have. I could have been drunk. I mean, in the dark, there's so many people, things.
We're not so different from other men. Just a bit heavier.
Oh, no, I think you're very different. I mean, you're green, and you've got a chitinous shell, and you smell like something fierce. I don't know what it is, but it could be this dew-dampy swamp on your back. What is this? What is this on your back? It's gross.
It's not a swamp. It's carefully cultivated.
Okay. You do you, man.
All
Anyway,
right.
Yeah, so, quick. So, what is it you do, Turtle? I mean, it looks like you got some nasty-looking maul on, or it's a maul or a mace?
It's a mace.
Mace. You got a nasty-looking mace on your side there.
Oh, me?
Yes,
Well,
you're the only
I'm a
turtle
hunter.
in here.
I'm a hunter, a fisher. If it runs, crawls, swims, or flies, I can catch it.
like your enthusiasm. I too can catch it, but I don't go for it as strictly as you, or as adamantly as you do. I let things come to me. Or I let Arnulf go chase for it. He loves it.
I do respect what you say. I'll bet that shell could take quite a beating.
Oh, it can and it has. Well, look at the pair of us. And then I actually switch to Leonin. We've come a long way from beast space, haven't we, lad?
Oh, you speak our tongue.
The guitar stops.
Very good.
Yeah, and I continue on, still in the same language. Ah, your people are famous nomads, roamers. I've met a few in my time. Proud folk, strong.
Thank you.
And
Would
then
you like to perhaps engage in some competition now? He puts his arm out, like he's getting ready to arm wrestle on the table.
Yeah.
When that happens,
I switch to common for this, and I go, I like your spirit, lad.
I'm gonna hold
All right,
up a
let's
hat.
do it.
I'm taking bets now because my boy's in the ring, and I'm taking money. I got 2 to 1 on the Leonin. This turtle smells, so he's not gonna get anything. He's gonna lose. Money, bets here. Nobody's betting, I imagine.
The businessman says, "I'll take that action.
Oh yeah, I'll take that extra.
I'll bet on the turtle."
You would, loser. I bet on my friend Arnulf, and so I'll put in 5 gold.
That's a lot for you guys.
I'll put
Remember
in
your first
5
level.
Silver. 5 silver, might be.
Yeah.
I forgot I was. Where I was.
Yeah, that's like half my purse.
Hey, y'all poor.
Yeah. Oh. I have a surprising amount of currency.
Now you don't. You got 1 gold and 5 silver, son. So I'm gonna put in 5 silver, or match the guy whatever he's putting in. Is he putting in silver too, Chris?
Yeah, he puts in 5 silver, and he doesn't look like he's too worried about it.
Oh. Okay.
He comes over and he to our turtle friend here, Quiplick. He pats him on the shell. I believe you have this.
I am a smuggler, and I think he just did something shifty. Insight.
All right, make
roll?
make an insight roll.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be shit. Oh, it's not shit. It's a net 20. Give me a 22 on that.
Yeah, he definitely did something to Quiplick. Something that would maybe be a boost to him. I was just about to send Trombley a private message, but you've got a temporary +2 to your strength, +2
Okay.
bonus to your strength.
All right.
Okay. So in that case, I'm
Guy's a
gonna be
fucking
silent
cheater.
about that, and I'm just gonna make my way. And I took all the bets because it's just me and the guy, and I'm gonna start to play my tune. And I'm just gonna play a song, Arnulf's favorite song, called Duhas, and it gets him in the mode. Do it, right? And so, and I am going to also give him a bardic inspiration. So I think
You can't keep 2 up at this.
Right,
Like,
so-
did we say that? Actually, I don't remember now. I should know this. I'm a
I
bard.
think you can do more than one bar.
Yeah, you can.
Inspiration.
I
It
can
doesn't
do
require
4 per long
concentration.
rest. Right. So anyway,
So, yeah, I think it's concentration, is it?
I don't think.
Well,
so.
go ahead. I'm not. It's fine. It's good for story right now.
Arnulf, you've got a D6.
Ready?
Do it. Do it.
Yes, this is my song.
Do it.
All right. So,
You guys make strength checks.
all right.
Sure. Like literally, as we're arm wrestling, Quiplick's like, "You got a good friend there. He's always in your corner. I can tell."
So I got a 19 total.
What'd you say I have, Chris? An extra +2?
+2, yeah, to your
Okay.
add to it.
Mine comes to 17 then.
Okay, Arnoff, it's going back and forth, and it looks like it's pretty even. Quick actually looks like he's starting to win, and then all of a sudden, Arleonid goes boom, beats him. You hear the guy.
Arnulf wins again.
The guy at the bar just he slams the rest of his drink down and puts the glass down.
Arnulf puts out a hand to shake yours.
Yeah, absolutely. I extend my scaly hand.
Well done.
It was a fine match. Is Chris, when you said there's a bar, like in the sense that there is a bartender there,
It's
like
an
one
open
could
bar.
order drinks? Oh, it's just an open bar. Well, I say to Arnold,
Well then.
looking over at the bar, I go, well, the next drink's on me then. And I walk over and I grab a bottle of something in 2 glasses. Probably
I'm
rum.
retconning. I'm not behind Red Sword. I'm at the open bar. I think I missed that part.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't clarify it very well, but I will remind you that
30.
I will remind you guys that this is a job interview, so you may not want to get completely wasted, but that's fine. The guy at the bar kind of moves away. I gotta get the names right. Moves away from Abraxas a little bit, and he goes to the other side of the automatic stalker, kind of sulking.
My tune
Where the hell-
changes quickly, and it says, "He bet on the wrong horse. He lost. His medal thing will be a joke. I can't rhyme because I won his money, and I'm the best of all time. But I'm really, really mocking this dude for being a loser."
He goes, where the hell is this guy? Okay, so you all are kind of warming up a little bit. You're getting a little social lubricant, or in Retsat's case, some actual lubricant. So you're starting to relax a little bit.
Oil can.
The double doors that you entered in suddenly slam open. Okay. Well, isn't this a lovely sight? Drinking the guild's booze like your members. The guy who walks in, he seems about 5'9", but he's like really built. He looks like a combat veteran, like you'd see these days. But like after he got back from the war, like he got into fitness, and whatever damages he's had, he's repaired it and then some. He's very muscular, but at the same time, as he sort of moves into the room, he has a sort of glide to him. He's like lithe and athletic. He has the key feature that grabs your attention right away is that his left eye is covered with a patch and a lens that moves in and out like a camera lens when he takes in the people in the room. Perhaps it's not a patch at all. It might be his eye. He's wearing heavy boots with steel knee and shin guards. He has these sort of black ermine camo pants on. He's wearing a cuirass that's black and it's got like daggers strapped on it, with a heavy cloak. He has a thick black beard. His hair is shaved on the sides, but he's got this black, long black hair swept back. But his beard would be almost completely black too, except it has silver streaks in it. So if he's totally human, he's probably somebody in their late 40s, maybe. There's a crossbow gun and a holster on his right thigh. And there's a rapier sheathed with an ornate silver hilt on his left hip. As he passes by you, kind of staring you down, even though he's probably shorter than a lot of you, he stares you each down somehow. You can smell his like sort of hair pomade and a sort of scent of iron about him. So you pukes thought it would be a good idea to come to a job interview and start drinking guild booze.
Yes, well,
I
here's
can
the
see
thing.
very likely that you don't know what the hell you're doing here, especially you, Big Mouth, he says to the bard.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. This big mouth had not sipped any of your booze, and I subtly mage hand from Arnulf's hand his drink, and I put it on the turtle. So Arnulf, me and my compatriot, we do not drink on the job, not ever. And for you to be assumptuous like you are would be that you have a lack of leadership abilities.
If I want to hear a noise like that again, I'll fart.
Flabbergasted. Arnold! And I just go over to Arnold and I'm like, this guy just beat me at my own game, man. Fuck it. I'm done with it.
It was pretty good, though.
It was fantastic. It was good.
The guy at the bar says, "Finally, Mother, you're here. God, you can't keep me waiting like this. These other pukes, fine, but we have real business here. You know the guild masters want to see the automatic stalker in action. What are you wasting time with this riffraff for?" Mother, the guy, he looks at the businessman and says, "Well, Berg, we can agree on one thing. They probably are, as you say. But just so we understand each other, your degree's worse in my eye. Corporate puke. Now you sit there and you shut up and you listen like the rest of them." And Berg, the businessman, sort of goes, "Oh, okay." Sort of taken aback by that. Thought he was on better terms than that.
How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
You secure that shit.
Look into my eye.
That conversation actually just took place.
What do you got there? Horns on your head? Nice. Nice, yeah. I'll use that to open my beer later. Now, you boys come in here and you want to be part of the guild. Well, you see, you don't just walk in and get your marks and your badges and your papers and all the girls. You got to earn it. You got to prove you belong here. You can call me Mother, because I'm going to be looking after you for a little while.
I don't want to correct
you're muted,
you,
Josh.
Mom.
What?
I don't want to correct you, Mom. But I do very well in the women department. Very well. I may not have the guts and the glory, but I got women in troves.
You know, you said women department. Is that on account of how you dress? You shop in the women's department? Is that what's going on?
This is Regal. My name isn't Mother. Whatever they call you, that's very feminine.
What's your name?
The name is Sesh.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Well, you asked. Well. Okay.
All right, boys. Cut the shit. Looking at you, I'm not impressed, but I can tell you got a little experience, Johnny. You've been through your training. That's your standard rough reading we like to give the neophytes here at the guild. We got your first bounty if you're interested in going after it. Be a nice test to see who actually belongs here. But it's up to you if you want to get going now, if you want to sit around and have a few more drinks. It's a long trip, so you might want to enjoy yourself. Berg at the bar says, "Just tell us about the bounty, will you?" All right, Berg, just down to business. I see how you are. Your quarry lives out in the outback of space Australia. It won't be easy. If you can even survive the riggers and the creatures out there to get to your prey, Well, he ain't no soft little boy that you can take out easy. This is a veteran boy, let me tell you. He knows his stuff. So you bring him back, those of you who survive it, you get to go to the next step in the guild. How it works is this. You go through the initiation. You survive, you come back. Hell, if you just survive, that's impressive to me. Then we send you on your next mission. Now, normally, hunters, they work alone. But you rookies, we're going to team up for once. For a little while, anyway. Berg says, I'm not teaming up with these clowns. Automatic Stalker and I are so able to take out anything. We don't need a bunch of rookies getting in our way. Berg just kind of gives him a look like, Somehow I knew you'd say that, Berg. You are such an asshole. Now, you boys, listen. It ain't gonna be easy. Understand what you're getting into. Your lives will be at stake. We want this guy brought back alive, but we know how things go on the hunt. If he dies, well, as they say, it's probably better him than you. Not everything will be as it seems. But here's one thing you can count on. He takes out an amulet, and he holds it out to the group.
Mage hand it.
What's that? You take it?
I mage hand it over to me.
Oh, you mage hand it.
That's right.
Okay.
And then I look over at Burke and be like, can automatic stalker do that? And I grab it. Sucker.
And Berg's like, what you're kind of holding there, Bard, is our locate creature fob. You can use it 3 times a day to get a general idea where your quarry is. Now, you don't have to use it yet because, well, you're so damn far away from space, Australia, it won't do you no good. But once you get down there, we'll give you a rough estimate about where you should set down. And you should be able to use it there 3 times in one day to get closer on your target. Won't pinpoint them, but if you're all worth your salt at all as stalkers, as hunters, well, you shouldn't have a problem finding him. It's the surviving that's going to be the issue. All right, just briefly out of character. It does work similar to the locate creature spell, which would obviously be well ahead of you, where you guys are in level. It works 3 times a day, like you said. It doesn't do pinpoint locations. Like if your guy was in a crowd, you wouldn't be able to tell from the fob who it is in the crowd. But you would say he's in that crowd, basically. The closer you are, the more specific you can get, only to a point, though. So it's nothing like you can just use it to walk up like a metal detector, go, oh, yep, that's the guy. So that's the sort of how the fob works. Yes, it's basically the thing from Mandalorian. So
you don't have to point that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was beautiful, Chris. Thank you.
Sorry, the first thing I thought of was a thing from Ghostbusters that kind of goes up and down.
Oh.
The PKE meter. Sorry.
Good.
What's the check? Okay, your name's right. This is going to be tricky. Sesh, give me a reflex save.
So Dex?
Reflex? Is that what it's called? Yeah, or dexterity.
It's dexterity.
I think it'd be Dex in this.
Wow, I have like 30 years of... What'd you get?
20. Dirty.
Your old terminology is showing through.
I know, because I say reflex all the time, too. But
Yeah.
So when he said reflex, I'm like, yeah, sure, Dex, dude. No problem.
Like 37 years of D&D rules in my head. Okay, so you actually are just quick enough to hold on to the fob as Berg tries to snatch it out of your hand. He was pretty quick. He snuck up on you before you realized it. but you managed to just go, whoa, whoa, like that right before he grabbed it from you.
So coolly, I'd be like, is this what you're looking for? This? I thought your automatic stalker, automatic simple stalker, or the ass was good enough to just do it better than us. To make...
Well,
go ahead.
You haven't seen him in action yet, and you don't want to.
Well, I saw you in action, and you failed twice. Once when you bet on the turtle, and once when you tried to steal this from me. So if I'm to bet that we're gonna beat your ass bot, then I'm pretty sure that we will. Now, mother, are you gonna set up transport for us, or do we have to find that on our own?
Oh, we got transport for you.
Cool.
But as much as I don't like Berg over here, he takes out another tracker and he tosses it to him.
Okay.
There's a little extra something on this first mission. He's your competition. If he and his tin buddy there beat you to the quarry and bring him back, sorry, boys, don't bother coming back. You failed. And Berg is like, huh. He kind of chuckles. He nods to the automatic stalker, and they bolt out of the room.
So you were speaking of transportation, Mother. If we might skip the niceties, I'd like to see the boat.
Yeah? How's the rest of you?
What he said. The boat?
Business to attend to, eh, lads?
I need more.
I can finish this quick.
All right. So, Mother... Go ahead.
I look forward to the hunt.
So for the first time, Mother kind of looks impressed that you want to get to it. So he motions you to follow him. He leads you back out of the room. I assume you're following. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to try to remember not to autopilot you guys. I was just doing that for the first part.
That's okay.
Stop before grabbing another bottle from the bar and tucking it inside my coat.
Ooh, nice.
You hear Mother say, "Yeah, that will eventually come out of your guild wages." He leaves you.
Should have done a stealth check. Something. This is more like yoink.
I just imagine you're like. Bad noise.
I'm picturing him fully like just setting back the bottle he was drinking and then just grabbing a brand new bottle.
That's exactly what
Mother leads you out of the lounge area that you were sort of relaxing in, and down the hall away from the door you entered. It looks like it's like a regular wall, but he puts his hand on it, a particular spot, and there the wall opens up as a door. He steps inside. Follow him? Yes, I'm just going to assume you follow him for now.
Yeah, we're fine.
You enter a wide warehouse area. It's pretty big, but it's empty other than in the middle of it, there is a 20-foot long cylinder with a conical nose. It has a windshield on the front of it and portholes run along the side of it. And it sits in the middle of the warehouse on this sort of mechanical platform. You can tell that this was once some shiny metal, almost like a stainless steel or something, but there's definitely some carbon scoring and some impact craters that darken and mar the surface. Mother keeps going. He strides right up the platform, and there's a set of stairs that's the shape of the cylinder, lowers, and he walks up the stairs. He looks back at you. The hell's you waiting for? Get your asses inside.
Is this ship safe? It looks dirty and very old.
If you're gonna be worrying,
it keeps together.
If you're gonna be worrying about safe, boy, I don't think you're gonna cut it as a hunter.
No. So yeah, I mean, worrying about safe just because I want to make sure that I get our quarry back to you safely. But another question. That guy, oh shit, what was his name? Bragg?
Berg.
Berg.
Is his ship and how shall I say this without being offensive to you, Mother? Is it better than this? Hunk of junk.
Well, I guess that depends on your point of view. If you like pretty ships, you like fancy ships with all the amenities on them, yeah, it's better. But if you like fast ships that get you to the quarry faster than your competition, now this ship is the one you want.
Mother,
Can I
Thank
tell
you.
from? Can I tell from any of the skills that are available? If there's a way I can kind of get a look at it just from the outside and check to see if it's actually in decent shape or if it is a punk of junk.
Yeah, let's see. I think let's go with an Arcana check because it is a
McKenna.
magical mechanical thing.
I have to see if can't remember how to roll dice in the.
if it's
app.
D&D, do you got it on
If you-
D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I'm on Beyond right now.
And do you have
You should just be able to
dice?
click the skill if you've got the dice active.
Right, so
I
just
don't know
click
if
the
I have the
number.
dice active.
If you look in the bottom left corner of your screen, there should be like a
Oh.
D20.
It's rolling the die for me.
Okay.
Um,
Or if you click on the skill, like the
Yeah, that's what
the
you should do.
bonus there, it'll automatically roll that.
okay, and I should
for you.
also try Arcana and not Athletics. So let me try this again.
Vaulting around the ship.
Let me just take a look at it.
Doing
I rolled a-
backflips.
Cartwheels.
Looks
Looks
I rolled a-
nice.
With the bonus, I rolled a 19.
Nice.
It's you have never seen anything like this before. Most of these spacefaring vehicles look like modified old sailing ships or some derivative of that with open decks and open helms and hey Pierce. They don't tend to have masts, but they do have crap. I forgot all the names for the parts, Gal, but they have like a wayfinder kind of mast on the front, and instead of sails, they have this sort of like crest type thing. At least that's what the Audacity has, so that's what I'm going by. There are variations on that. Some of the races
Got ourselves
have
a helm. Got ourselves a helm.
Well, all ships have a helm. The way they usually work, they're sort of a neuro link or neuromagical link
Mhm.
that the pilot bonds with. But as Abraxas looks inside, he sees a pilot sitting in a typical helm area. But this one also has you haven't seen this other than like on non-spacefaring, non-magical ships, but it also has like a yoke. There's a bunch of levers and there's some switches and stuff. So you're
Sound to me. That's bored.
yeah you're not you like as far as you can tell this looks pretty good because it's pretty unusual. You boys ever travel in space before?
Nope, not ever. Sarcastic.
Boy, I sure hope you come back with alive.
Oh, I'll be back.
Let me guess. You took some cheap ass freighters before, or some slowest crap heap. Well, Gil don't like to waste time on docks and gentle departures into the wild blue yonder. Mother enters and he goes to a seat right behind the pilot. He takes a harness and he straps himself in, like he pulls it really tight so he can barely move at all in the seat.
Oh, you're coming with, Chief.
Seeing him strap in, I want to take a quick look around to see where the other might be.
Yeah, there 2 rows of seats. There's enough for everybody plus a couple extra.
Okay.
There's also a back area that looks like a cage, so it probably is where you would throw in your
Quarry.
prey,
Bounty.
Yeah.
your bounty. Is a better term for saying it.
I make my way straight over to one of the seats then, thinking to myself that Mother doesn't seem like the type of mother who would like to waste time, and I just...
It's a little snug for you. They didn't really have turtles in mind when they built
Yeah.
this, but
yeah. Well, I won't worry about rolling around then, will I?
So, y'all might want to follow the Toro there and strap yourselves in and hold on to your asses.
Yes, Mother. And I get in the seat and I buckle it super tight like Mother did.
I'm going to follow, sit next to him, strap myself in real tight.
Y'all have a nice porthole. The rest of you strapping in, or?
That's oddly
I set myself up for that.
I
Thanks,
am,
I
but
just
I
had
am
it
the
whitened.
last one to do. That's good. Yes, but I am the last one to strap in. I find myself kind of eyeballing and checking everything out on any dials and levers and gears I find either fascinating or questioning whether they questioning their integrity. But if everything looks sound,
You would
I strap
definitely,
in last.
you would definitely love to spend some time on this thing and try to figure it out, because it is very much different from all the other spacefaring vehicles you've ever seen. Red Sat, you strapping in, or
Yeah,
you gotta
I'm
climb
in.
on the roof and surf, or okay?
Teen Wolf it. All right.
All right. Says, "Oh well, shit, you boys are in for a real treat." he takes something out of his pocket. He bites down on it, and he pats the pilot on the shoulder. "Hit it, Nomez." He shouts over his mouthpiece. Nomez nods once sharply. He throws all the levers forward on the control panel. The ship suddenly rises until its nose is pointing straight up at the roof of the warehouse, and the warehouse door opens. Nothing happens for a strange minute, and Mother, for the first time, looks a little thrown off, like, what's going on? Suddenly, there's a huge explosion behind you, and you feel yourselves being pushed back into your seats. Every fiber of your being is being sucked into that seat. Your faces are. You've ever seen Spies Like Us? It's you have. The ship fires off in a fiery plume, shooting up into the air. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from everybody?
To not puke? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
I
Do I
puke.
really?
I got a 10.
God save.
See if I lose a
15.
nut or bolt. 16. Natural 20.
Nice.
Jesus.
At 20.
13 for me.
Okay, actually, the DC was 10, so you all managed to hold down your liquor.
Yes. Yes.
This is exciting.
I don't know how close Sesh would have chosen to sit to Quiplex, but if he's even remotely close, I just wanted to be like, oh, you're holding up better than I thought it would, lad.
I'm so close. I'm so close. It's the worst.
I just power down. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how to finish this in the seat.
Just write it out, chaps. We're doing fine.
Y'all boys might not want to drink the next time you do this.
I didn't drink.
As you adjust... Oh, go ahead. As you adjust to the gravitational force on your body, you are able to catch a glimpse outside the portals. You marvel at the view. You see the meridian line of light and dark. It's this strangely crisp line that runs down from where you left in the city of sleep to compared to the rest of Everlight. Everlight soaring peaks and buildings vanish into nothing below you. And for a moment, you feel gravity bleed away from you as the ship noses into the sparkling outer space. Nomad flips some switches and gravity returns to the ship. The ship has activated its artificial gravity. So you take a moment to take a breath. Mother says, well, fun part's over. Hold on to your lunches if you still have them. Nomez sits motionless for a moment, apparently preparing the ship through the neural link in the helm. Suddenly, the stars elongate outside the portals. And for this moment, you feel like every molecule in your body has been torn apart, and then the ship leaps into hyperspace. Welcome to hyperspace. You are free to walk around the cabin. And that's what I have for the
Ding.
Awesome, Chris. So I want to point this out, and this is outside of gameplay, right? Is that I absolutely love when my DMs are English majors. Because when you were describing I forget what you called it. What was the golden corona in between the buildings? I'm like, God damn, dude! I see the golden fucking sun shining through that shit. That is goddamn amazing. I love English majors being my DM. It's the best.
But the thing I was trying to work on were smells. Is I always forget to put smells in, like, to my descriptions. Like when I write, I have to always go back and add those in. So I was like, oh yeah, people smell like things. And
Ozone, dude, that was classy, man.
Thank you.
It was good. I liked it. Very descriptive. I liked it.